Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a good day today. We're going to be in Life of Fred, Begin Teaching. If you have a Begin Teaching book, go ahead and get your book out now. We're going to be on page 13, chapter 1, and the title is Meeting Mac. Fred was so happy to have found Mac. Together, they hopped into Mac's car and headed to the Board of Missions office. On Sunday, Fred had written to the Board of Missions, "I want to be a friend, help people in trouble. I do love to teach." Now, 2 days later, Fred was in Australia heading to the board office in Wagga Wagga. He was eager to begin teaching. He had taught math at Kittens University for 5 years, and he knew he could teach any math course that was needed. It was June 4th. He was going to spend the whole summer in Australia. He had never been outside the United States before. When Fred sat in Mac's car, he couldn't see anything except the sky. He was too short. Fred couldn't find any seatbelts. Fred thought this must be a really old car. Mac said, "This car is not brand new." Time out. Both Fred and Mac said the same thing. Mac's way of saying it is called an understatement. Understatements. Oceans have some water in them. Being run over by a car is irritating. Understatements with not. This car is not brand new. Fred is not extremely tall. Having a pizza, a milkshake, and a piece of pie for lunch is not a starvation diet. Understatements with not in them have a special name. They are called litotes. When someone learns that he has just won $1 million, he might say, "That ain't bad." That's litotes. Max said, "The mission board here in Wagga Wagga does not have a lot of money." Litotes. "This car may be old, but it still runs. We are so happy that people like you, Fred, would volunteer to come and help." "I'm too small to help dig wells," Fred said, "but I'm not bad at teaching." Litotes. Mac was a little confused. He was told to pick up a famous college professor from Kittens University. He was also told that Fred Gauss had been teaching there for 5 years and had won many teaching awards. Mac said, "You mentioned being small. Looking at you, some people might think that you were just a child rather than a man who is very short. You are about 1 meter tall." "Not quite," Fred said. "1 meter is about 39 inches. I'm 36 inches tall, which is 1 yard. Max said, "I like your bow tie. That makes you look older. Have you ever thought of growing a beard? Then people wouldn't mistake you for a child." Mac didn't know that he was talking to a 5-year-old. They arrived. Mac got out of the car. Fred reached down to unfasten, silent T, his seatbelt, and then realized he hadn't been wearing one. Fred realized that if Mac had crashed the car, he might have been thrown through the windshield. Fred had imagined that the Wagga Wagga office building of the Board of Missions would look very fancy. He knew they were doing important work, helping people in trouble, digging wells to get clean water, teaching, and killing mosquitoes. What he didn't realize was that the work was the important thing, not making a big name for itself. Every member of the board had received this memo. Notice to all board members, our job is to love people. It's that simple. Do that without showing off. Don't go around bragging. No special titles for any of you. Give them H's. Hold the hand of those who are crying. Help the poor. Heal the sick. Wait a minute. I, your reader, have a question. What did you have in mind? There's an English error in that notice. In the previous book, you told us the 8 ways to make something plural. In this, notice to all board members, the plural of H was H'(S). That's not any of the 8 ways to make a plural. You are right. That's the 9th way to make a plural. Lowercase, uncapitalized letters are special. There are 7 E's in the previous sentence. Okay, are you ready for your turn to play? Go ahead and grab a sheet of paper and a pencil. You can press pause at any time. Let's begin. Number 1, fill in the blank. This your turn to play is not very long. Is an example of blank. Number 2, fill in the blank. A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z uses an blank. Okay, here are your answers. Go ahead and check your work. Now, are you ready for today's homeschooling meme? Here you go. I hope you enjoyed that one. Join me here tomorrow for Chapter 2. Bye for now.